Hello everybody, welcome back to Allotment Update, and I hope you're all fine and this video finds you well. We're just going to have a quick look around the allotment and see what's happening on this glorious day. Let's go to allotment. Okay, so here we are at the garden allotment, as my little one likes to tell me. He said, "It's not allotment, Dad, it's your garden allotment." Fair enough. So let's have a look around. What's changed? What's happened? Anything updated at all? I don't know. Let's have a look. Well, I do know, actually. That's a bit of a fib. No strawberries. We're going to have to buy some plants this year, or we ain't going to get a strawberry because my seedlings are coming along, but they're just not going to be ready for this year. So, a bit of a problem with my beans. These are my runner beans. They seem to have gone brown, dried up, and just sort of looking a bit yucky since I've planted them out. They did look nice in the actual conservatory, but they've all seemed to have shriveled a little bit. So I have got some more bean seeds. I've got actually 300 bean seeds I've been sent for 99p. So that's a very, very good bargain indeed. So yeah, not so good with these beans, so I'm going to plant direct and just see what happens with the seeds. But my mutant peas are all doing really, really well. I planted these out, my mutant peas. Now, I didn't have anybody comment. I was very, very surprised. Not one person commented on my mutant peas. Now, I don't know whether just that they were growing normally and nobody felt like they needed to comment, but I've never seen peas fork like those had. They'd all forked, you know, 2 or 3 times. So, yeah, so peas are doing well, and these are peas I planted quite early in the year, and they're doing well as well. So there we go. So we got peas, dying beans. So yeah, things are coming well, pretty much as per normal for me. So I've had to put some netting over the troughs. Rick Van Man has also had the same issue with his plot, but this is the first year that I've actually had problems with cats on my soil. They don't normally dig their way into my soil, but they have done this year. So I've found some old netting and I've put some netting on. So on this bed, let's have a look. I've got a label here, bear with me. On this bed we've got parsnips. These are the gladiator parsnips. I don't know if you can see, but they are starting to come through, 1 or 2 at a time. So they're looking good. So a bit of water on there later today and they'll be fine. Now in here, I don't know if you can see this, what we've got here. There, look at those. They're doing really well. They're turnips. They're the purple top turnips. I've got more seeds to plop in there, but they're what I started in the polytunnel nice and early in modules. I didn't know if they were going to do anything, but we have got some nice tops on there. So that's turnips. Now the next bed, this is where we have got our lovely looking cabbage. Now look at that lot. Doesn't that look lovely? So these are cabbage greyhound. You like cabbage, don't you, little one? Yeah. That's my Sebastian there. He likes cabbage. Do you like cabbage? No. Yeah, fantastic. So we've got plenty of cabbage there. And again, I'm not opposed to freezing. I actually have a book, which I believe is like 1970s or something, actually explaining all about freezing from the allotment. So so I'm going to be using that. I'm not afraid to freeze. This is sweet corn. This is early bird F1. Looking really nice. And I've got some more sweet corn growing in the conservatory so that we can get another block in this bed further down here. So that's in the conservatory at the moment. So the canes here are just waiting for the runner beans. but they seem to be taking a long while to come up, the runner beans. They're in the conservatory. They're called White Swan, but nothing from those as per yet. Garlic's looking good. Still haven't got any yellowing on, you know, and the plant's looking healthy as far as I can tell. So yeah, they're doing really well. The onions, somebody said I should cover the onions because they think that's why they're getting blown over. But of course, I've only had the cover off of these for 1 week. But they've literally grown like this, but the bulbs don't seem to be swelling. That's what's worrying me. Maybe you could put it in the comments below and just let me know, you know, if there is anything the matter with these onions, or whether they're just going to fill out later. So their 2 onion beds doing really well. And then this bed here, this is our lettuce. This is all the year round, so we've got some nice lettuce coming up there. And desperately needs a bit of a water there, I think. So yeah, we shall be watering that later, but I don't like to water in the strong sun. Doesn't do the plants any good at all, so scorches them. So this is my, oh, let me think, this is my beetroot. This is my beetroot. Only planted those a week ago, so oh, we have got a little bit of green coming through. I don't know if you can see. Let's have a look. Where are you? Oh, there. A little bit of green coming through. So yeah, they're looking good. But like I say, only been a week, so I'm not expecting too much. This bed is for carrots. I've planted 3 rows of carrots in here, and I can't really see anything that looks like blades of grass. I've got some weeds, but I can't seem to see any blades of grass there. So carrots can take a couple of weeks, I believe, so they've only been in a week as well. These ones here, these are, ooh, got fingers in the way there. Let's have a look. I've had to net this down. This seems to be the favourite bed of the cats. Swede. This is my Swede bed here. I've tried to keep the netting up a little bit by putting a brick in there, just to try to make a sort of tunnel effect, if you like, so the plants can keep growing. That seems to be not too bad. So there we are. So it's got some Swede in there, and at the end was going to be some spinach, but I haven't seen anything of the spinach yet. So this is quite a shaded area, so we'll see what happens. So not doing too bad. Green, green, green. And my pumpkins seem to be doing well. We've still got them all there. Got slight colouring on the leaves there a little bit, on the tip, on the edges there. You can see that slight colouring. So there's horse manure at the bottom of this trench, and rock dust, and I've put some chicken manure over the top. So maybe it's just getting used to my ground. More onions in the centre there. They're still coming on very, very well. And then over this side we planted some, I think these ones are courgettes. Planted some courgettes, but of course we only had 4 in the packet. 3 of them came up, and I sent off for some more, which we're waiting for in the polytunnel, the conservatory. So let's have a look at the fruit. We've got the fruit at the end here. So the raspberry canes are coming up. They're looking really good, and also the gooseberries and this big mammoth gooseberry bush. And you can see the gooseberries are starting to come through there. You can see them just starting to hang. So that's nice. Now the weeds as well. So I'm going to have to get on to do a bit of this. But I have been up the allotment quite a lot and not been doing this as much as I should. This is my bed. Look, it's been attacked. You see the cats again are attacked. So even this small bed doesn't seem to be, you know, sacred. So I'm going to have to put something over that. Over that, I'm going to have to get a cat scarer. So we'll see which way we go. But that's my black Tuscan kale. So hopefully if the cats don't attack too much, we'll see a bit more kale in there. So we're going to pop into the polytunnel now and have a look in there. Whew, so here we are in the polytunnel. My goodness me, starting to get nice and warm in here. So we've got a maximum, you can see that, a maximum heat there of 40, and it's at 33 at the moment, and the lowest has been 2. We're also getting a nice collection of wasps, it would seem. Not too sure what they're doing in here, probably just getting caught up while flying about. So I'll have to open the doors and hope that they fly themselves away. So seed wise, we've still got the red onions. They're coming a little bit thicker, so we'll be planting those out quite soon, I reckon, the next couple of weeks, if they get a bit thicker again. The leeks, that's my little experiment leeks, and they were in that 2-inch pot, and they seem to be standing upright, and they're getting thicker as well. I've been told it's the thickness of a pencil, I believe. So yeah, looking good. These are my spare peppers. We've got red cherries and sweet banana, so they're my spare ones at the moment. And we've also got the spare tomatoes, because somebody said, oh, don't give them all away in case your other ones fail, and then you've got something to fall back on. So I've kept that idea, and that's what we're going to do. So I've also planted some celery. This is golden celery, and we've got a nice little collection there. Just pop the heads up, and the rest of them I've planted all over this. They all seem to germinate at completely and utterly different times, so we'll wait to see what happens there. This is shallot, the Zebrun. Now, it was, I believe, Dan's allotment. He likes these, calls them the banana shallot, and I managed to get some seeds, and we've got one's popped up out of all those seeds I planted in there. Must have been about 100, and I haven't seen a lot of those, but it's early days. It's only been a week. These are my lavender. Again, we've got 1 out of 200 there, and 1 out of 200 there. So not looking good at the moment, but we'll see what happens in a few weeks' time. Over this side we've got some butternut squash. They're coming on nicely, and the cucumber, but I think we need to change the pots because they're starting to colour on the leaves. Oh, you can see that starting to colour on the outside of the leaves, and I think they've just about had enough of those pots getting a bit bound, I think, so we'll transplant those. This is my radish. We were gonna, they had a bit of a wind problem, they fell on the floor, but I've carried them on and they seem to be growing and swelling up. They seem to be working well. Now, I don't know if you remember, I said to you about Melody's project. It was what we bought a pepper, and she wondered if we could grow the seeds, and I didn't think we could because I thought they sterilised the plants or gave them something to stop them from growing. And for weeks and weeks and weeks nothing happened, but now followers, local plotters, look at this. I can't believe it. This was a shop bought pepper, and we've called it Melody's peppers, and look at that lot. They've decided, near enough all of them has decided to come and plant there. So it'll be really interesting to see if they do actually give us any peppers, and we're going to keep an eye on those. And do subscribe if you haven't, so you can keep an eye on these peppers, Melody's peppers, and help my little 7-year-old and just see how her peppers grow. We've got some more lettuce here needing to go into the ground. This is the all the year round, so they're doing quite well here, but they do need to get in the ground now. And we've got some more. This is mixed salad leaf, so I quite like this because sometimes I just nibble on it, turning into a bit of a rabbit, I think, and I give that a little nibble. My carrots are doing really well down here, so yeah, they're doing quite well. I think they're doing really well. And that was in the little thing. I'm going to take those outside eventually so I can have my polytunnel back ready for my peppers and cucumbers. So we do have some peppers here. Seem to have lost the tags actually for some of these, so it'll be interesting to see what comes up. I think these are my sweet bananas, and they're looking pretty good. And over this side, these should be the red pear. So we've got some chilies and peppers there. This is my cucumber. This is my gherkin cucumber. But again, we seem to be getting this yellow in. Not sure what's going on there, whether it's something I'm putting in the soil. I have tried on these pots, I've put some Epsom salts, so I don't know whether they don't like Epsom salts. I was advised to put some in. So let's go and have a look in the other polytunnel. So we're in polytunnel number 2, and in this polytunnel we've got coriander. So that's coming on really well, and like I say, guys and girls, I've never really been able to grow coriander, and yet in my polytunnel it seems to be growing quite nicely. Now these I did put tags in. So we've got black cherry, gives us a nice black tomato, so they're looking really good. And these are my red pear, so they're a small tomato in the shape of a pear, and they're looking really good as well. A bit further back here we have only just planted these ones in really last week, I think it was. These are my money maker, nice traditional tomato. And this is my lonely aubergine, all on its own. But we do have some more in the conservatory, so they're doing well. So here we have the Tigerella tomatoes there, and they're looking really good as well. It'd be interesting to eat those ones actually, because I haven't really tried any of these strange sorts before, so they're doing really well. Now there was actually something I wanted to show you that came in the post today, which might help with my tomatoes, and well, mainly the tomatoes, because they don't like being watered from the top. And I've got some of these. Now I saw these on the internet, and they're called halos. And now the idea is that you plant in that centerpiece, and that bit actually comes out the top, because that's for your canes. And you can see we've got 1, 2, 3 cane holders there as well, so that you can train your tomatoes up the canes, and that little bit at the top goes on the top to keep them snug. And then you just water, it trickles in through that top piece there with the little legs. So you've got little legs that go into the grow bag, and it will slowly seep through, so you can just fill that up with feed or water. So yeah, it feeds through the top, and that slowly drips through whatever it is you've got in there, feed or water, and seeps into the grow bag. So that's all good stuff. So that's my new halos. I've got 6 of those, and I think I've got 6 more coming tomorrow. They're really good value off eBay. What should we go and have a look at next? I think we'll go and have a look at the potatoes. Okay, so we've been doing a bit of work here, taking some more of this wonderful compost that I've got in here, and we've been filling up the potato bags, so they're doing really well. You can see that there we go. The potatoes are starting to come through, and we're adding more and more soil and compost, and I'm going to start putting some feed in there as well for them. So they're kind of getting nearer and nearer to the top of the bag now, so looking really good. That one definitely is almost poking out the bag, that one. So there we are, that's my earlies, and they're doing really well. So what else have we got? And of course we've got another 10 bags here, and these are my main crop. So they've only been in a week, so you won't be seeing anything of those. And yeah, so everything's doing really well on the potato side. So we've seen potatoes, let's go and have a look at the apple trees, see how they're doing. So here we are. This is my funny pear tree I keep telling you about. The leaves are starting to come through now. I don't know what we're going to get on it. It's got some flowers up there. So yeah. So we're going to get some fruit there, I feel. Flowers are looking nice. That's coming off the old tree, but the new tree has not got any flowers, just leaves. So yeah. What do we got here then? This is our mistletoe apple tree. Flower buds are starting to come through, nice and red. Nice red flower buds there. Beautiful. So that's all looking good, looking healthy. At least we've got some budding, we've got some leaves, so obviously me cutting it back wasn't too bad for it. Yeah, it just wasn't too bad. All over here, we've got any leaves over this side? Oh, we've got a few buds coming through. This is obviously one of the sides where the mistletoe is, and it's not doing it any good at all. So let's go and have a look. So here we are in the conservatory then. Things are really hotting up in here. I need to open some more windows. It's getting a bit too hot in here, I think. 34. So I've got a lot of watering to do this evening. We've got, let's have a look. So we've got strawberries. They're getting bigger, looking better. And then we've got the aubergines. There's the Black Beauty. Another one here. The other ones didn't really do anything. We've got the Canaan purple there. Again, the rest of them don't seem to want to do anything. Strange. It seems like they really did well early, but now it's got warmer. They just don't seem to want to come up. These are 2 Black Forest courgettes. I had 4 seeds and 2 of them have decided to come up. So, yeah, not very good. Leeks. Somebody said that my pot wasn't deep enough for the leeks. So I've got a deeper pot there, and they seem to be coming on nicely. So we'll see if they're any better than the ones in the 2-inch pots. And at the back there we've got the Cape gooseberries, and they've done really well coming up. I think only one cell has not bothered to do anything. So I had what, about 2 or 3 seeds in each cell. So I've got more than enough there. More strawberries, so really well there. And then my sweet corn, I think we've got 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I think 8 seeds there have decided not to come up. And that's the sweet corn F1, the early. So yeah, doing well. And here, lots of things are happening. We've got the Winter King, the Savoy cabbage. So they're coming up. These are Little Gem. Now this is a strange thing. This is a packet where I had 40 seeds. This is a squash, Little Gem, so it's like a round courgette, and every single seed I planted has come up. So I really do recommend Premier Seeds on eBay. Oh dear, shouldn't have done that. A little bit of advertising, but never mind. Premier Seeds, 99p for a packet of seeds, and you get far more than you do in any other packets of seeds that I've bought. And every single seed, it seems, comes up. It's mad, absolutely mad. So these are cooker melons, and again, look, these are from Premier Seeds, and every cell we've got something in it. Fantastic. And the same on the winter cabbage, and these are all from Premier Seeds. So I can't recommend them enough. Now let's have a look over here. White Swan. Now these didn't come from Premier Seeds, and quite honestly, they're a bit of a disgrace. Absolutely nothing is happening there with these ones. I've got a weed growing. Don't know, it looks like a tomato, but it shouldn't be because I didn't plant any tomatoes in there. These were supposed to be White Swan runner beans, so it looks like I might have to get myself some more seeds quite quickly. Otherwise I'm going to have no runner beans this year. So there we go. That's the conservatory.